It's like an echo.
We made it to Cardiff. I knew it would be good. Something happened to me when I heard you recite lines of a plug filled with blood. Stir of echoes. Something happened. As I heard you describe the blood and the water, leaving the scourweed of pubis pointing south. Something happened to me. Something happened to you. And you made the noise of the breathing machine. You made the noise and a light went on. There's things I thought that I could not remember. Memories, though, do not stay silent forever. Lid lifting, I thought, I know this lullaby. I know how sobs punctuate the air around the unconscious. I know how kindness of a midwife goes in deep, stays in for life. Empty rooms fill with bodies, warm bodies breathing on their own. They stand around a bed, elevated. It is accepted that a newborn makes fish mouth, standing around a mother with mouth like a fish. In silence, those who can breathe for themselves await the return of the one being breathed for. And eyes, whether taped shut or tenderly held by a palm over the face, you were right. This is a sacred space. There should be a ritual for this, I thought, as I looked at the loss and the love on your face. I was awaited. They waited for me to come back. In Cardiff last night, I thought that I knew what I knew. I thought I did not have memories. But now I know that I do. What is a testament? What is a tale, and what is a story told? Told, unlike words on pages. Words, when heard in a room, something else unfolds. Do you record them? You said. When your poems come out, do you record them? And rarely did I used to. Instead, favouring fingers on keys being typed, favouring a screen over a pen on paper as it writes. This one, a firstborn straight from my lips. I felt it coming, and I recorded it. As canon-type shapes of nature's truth emerge in the sunlight, I nearly lost my balance when I heard you state dissent. A room fueled with feeling and with the eloquence of the undenied matriarch. You held my hand and allowed me to swim next to you as you swam. Deliberately, you went all the way down. And I remembered what it felt like in the deep. I remembered what it felt like in my body. I remembered how I was in the room, but I was not me. I remembered a circle of family and the weight of the moment when my eyes started to open. Familiar faces in unfamiliar room, in unfamiliar fabric. Noises, though, had become familiar in my absence. I woke to the lullaby of the breathing machine as it was switched off. wheeling away my temporary lungs. Serenade of the wheels, click, clack. Serenade announces, she's back. You took us to the room, I took you to mine. Ritual existed in plain sight. It is a gift to recount the experience of a dark descent, when later standing in the light. Pressure on the body can be felt the deeper you go. I like the pressure though. And two men working on a thin roof. Ears rang with stories of longest love letters. Lips reached to find words to describe what was heard just at the right time. Stories mirror as chords of songs chime. Up the track, you made your own altar. And I chastised myself as I thought, this is cinematic. Lily, over the hill and down the track. Sun to your right. The mountains faced my back. And before my fingers could reach you, the words slipped from my lips. Oh my God, it's amazing, look at it. Didn't know we'd later swim the abyss. But the view was not the whole of it. And you made it home. I've been dancing with the death of my daughter, with my absence in the room, reliving everyday rituals of the West, noise of the brake on the wheel of the hospital room bed, noise of blue curtains drawn around for privacy, noise of the beat of the heart on the screen, noise of the tube as it gargles in the throat, and breath taken through nostrils cleared with help. Noise of the suction tube cleaning away mucus, debris in a mouth which has not formed words, nor blown morning kisses for long hours. Any noise can be turned into a beat, and beats of the song sang to beckon a soul back. Beat of the feet walking uphill on your newly laid track. Beat of the bed's wheels, click-clack, click-clack. Your one line brought it all back. Shoo, click. Your voice a doorway, didn't know I'd walk through it. Memories stored, like milk from the breast, frozen until needed. Memories, my body kept them close to her chest. Noises emerge from those holding the hand of the silent. Silence hangs in the air. We must keep talking. They say the absent can hear. And hands held, whether through plastic of a blue glove or skin on skin, fingers housing rings gazed at since childhood. Better to let memories of hand-holding in. Sensory bliss. Thanksgiving, for I needed this. What is the word for what it feels like to return to your body? What is the word to be grateful for pain on skin? As face breaks through water's surface, having made it through 36,000 feet, not knowing how to swim. Waves kept coming, body beaten by the sea. What is the word for how it feels emerging from the deep? not knowing if you'd come back when you went in. What is the word, Lily? What happens when mothers speak? Because something happened to me. And the double L of your name tripped off my lips, off my tongue, so easily. Familiar, I thought. You adopted it. A Welsh word meaning home. Word translates to familiar. Familiar to me as feeling. Skin and bone, birthed from skin and bone. A long, narrow room for feeling. Room for womb bleeding. And you sat to my left, bleeding on a stool. And it occurred to me that you would be bleeding before I set my eyes on you. Did you know you were going to read that poem tonight? You said. Disbelief in your eyes. It did not land with me till later, the why. Things sometimes line up that way, you said. And nearly all the way home, I laughed at how good your laugh was. Later, placing your book in my mother's hands, eyes scanned pages as words were read. If you'd have had a sister, we would have called her Lily, she said. Arriving home, writing, found unread, a poem 1 year old. I had called it Submerged, I Squint. Unclaimed lines, they seemed to fit. Final verse written, and a song emerged from it. Laying submerged within, knowledge is claimed. Feet hold weight on metal, sheet thin. And a golden thread leads to treasure. Gold previously thought to be tin. In art, women speak on sacrifice. Coming home to soft chairs and wood fires. Good ideas will never die. A good idea lives many lives. Feelings in a room were described as alchemy, so that makes you an alchemist. I do not wish to be anything now but a mother and a student. Please let me live like this. Wild truth in the slow wave sleep of the swift. When I went to Cardiff with Lily.
It's like coming back again